The most important thing is not to get shaken out by using too much leverage or doing some stupid futures position, because then you're spending it on just a bad time, right? And
Yeah.
no one wants to lose your coins doing that. And it's so easy for people to do, especially in bull markets, because you think it's easy money. It's not. The hardest thing is doing absolutely nothing. It's the hardest part of investing.
Oh, it's so true, man.
Because
Exactly.
you know it's $1 million, right? You
Y-
know it's worth $1 million. This is
yeah,
like just very simple mathematics of being like, okay, it's better than gold, so that's 500 or 600,000. It's twice. It's like 10 times as good as gold. So like, is it 2x above gold? Easy? Yeah, it is in the grand scheme of things. So like $1 million a coin is very, very. It's like it's not a stupid number. It's very feasible, but not
absolutely.
tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Probably not the day after either, but at some point. And that's the hardest bit. You got to wait and wait and wait until it gets there
100%. Yeah, exactly. And you never want to be a forced seller ever, because that's
No,
that's the absolute worst.
in anything.
Yeah, it's an absolute awful situation, and I've been there. Obviously, that
I
you need
think
to pay
actually,
your
I'll
school
take one
fees.
thing back. I think you have to be a forced seller for like, you got to lose 2 grand or 5 grand. You have to lose it in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fire sale somewhere, because then you know not to do that shit again. You
Oh,
have to
dude,
touch the
totally.
stove.
I I thought I had a trade on that I thought was genius. There were these wonderful companies like BlockFi that let you borrow against your Bitcoin so you can buy
Oh
more.
no,
It's so obvious.
yeah.
And obviously it goes against you. And then it's like, hey, buddy, you need to put up a little bit more Bitcoin or clear this out. And I just had a heart attack, cleared it out with everything else we had. And I was like, oh God, that sucked. It did not work. And yeah, it's just pretty much, yeah, a lesson
It's a
learned.
tough road.
It,
I
it, it,
my stove touch moment was actually with options. I mean, I've had a couple of them, but basically, I was learning about options, and this is back when I was getting into on-chain data. Basically, the 2018 bottom, I was
mm,
learning about Bitcoin and options, and I just fascinated by them. And on the 2019 rally, we went from 4K to 14. On every pullback, I was selling put options well below like 6,000, right? So well below the level, and basically collecting the premium. And I was selling 1 year dated options. So I was willing to carry them. I'm like, this thing is going to go. I can see it moving. We got to
mm.
14K, and all my positions, I was up, I don't know. I basically made I think 80% of the gains I was going to make. And I held those damn things to get the last 20% of the lemon. I held them all the way through 2019, all the way into 2020, and then got forced closed out when March 2020 happened. So
Oh boy.
I was literally, I mean, I literally held those things at all the levels, all my on-chain levels were like, it's not going to go below here. And it didn't close below that level, the realized price, but it wicked below it. And then it came straight back. So within the matter of just that volatility squeeze just blew me out. So that was a painful lesson, but one that I carry with me as a scar.
Totally. No, there's no easy lessons. That's the whole point. Hey.